As divine verdure fertilizes, the malign verdure corrupts. What is left is a holy husk. Hollow ones cling to faith, fanged ones honor power. Foolish sages protect a lie. But the medium's song remains, guiding you to Yggdrasil. You hold the wings to soar in this tempestuous saga. Winds of beginning, blow now. Hello everyone, and welcome to the first episode of my second Let's Play of Etrian Odyssey 4, Legends of the Titan. But before I do anything, I have to delete all my data. Just gotta mash the A button, like so. Let's change the options real quick. Just don't mind me just turning the background music up to max, because this game's soundtrack is excellent. And the sound effects can stay as normal. The message speed, how about no wait? Battle fast. Now, without further ado, let's start a new game. Transfer my data from the demo. I didn't play the demo. You can set your own difficulty in Etrian Odyssey 4, Legends of the Titan. Select the difficulty. Let's read the explanation. There are two difficulty settings, normal and casual. Normal presents the standard challenge of the Etrian Odyssey series. Casual difficulty is somewhat easier. In casual mode, battles are less difficult. If your party is wiped out, you will be taken back to Tharsis. You can also set certain items not to be expended upon use, allowing for more casual play. Your difficulty setting will not affect the story, but some medals cannot be earned in casual mode. I'm choosing normal difficulty, because I'm not a frickin' casual. This is the Etrian Odyssey series' usual difficulty setting. It is recommended for players who have experience with the series and enjoy challenging RPGs. The difficulty can be adjusted after the game has begun from the options screen while in the city. Would you like to begin the game at normal difficulty? Yes, I would. Beginning the game on normal mode. May you enjoy a pressure-filled, intense adventure. Exit at your own risk. City gates. The Outland city of Tharsis. In the uncharted territory beyond that city stands a giant tree called Yggdrasil. Am I pronouncing that right? I'm pretty sure I'm pronouncing it right. Legends say something sleeps within Yggdrasil that calls people to eternal paradise. In order to ascertain the truth of this legend, the Count of Tharsis issued a challenge across the land. Reach Yggdrasil and uncover the truth. That summons has drawn countless explorers to the city. You are among their number. A pilgrim to the city with little to your name but a blade and boundless curiosity. Nevertheless, you aim to solve the mystery of Yggdrasil and win fame and fortune. This is the Outland city of Tharsis. Now, there are normally a bunch of places we can go here, but for now, we can only visit the Explorers Guild, so let's do that. Your gateway to adventure, Explorers Guild. So, are you a new explorer? Welcome to Tharsis. This is the Explorers Guild, where your kind pools their talents. It's something like a mutual aid society. Now, if you want to operate in the city as an explorer, you have to be part of a guild. Oh, so you want to create your own, rather than joining someone else's? Then write a name in that ledger. Your guild will be your whole identity in Tharsis, so think it over before deciding on a name. Yeah. Enter a guild name. There's a keyboard down here. Maybe I should turn the volume down. So basically we have to select a name for our guild. Gonna set it to all caps. And type in BATG. Stands for bad at this game. Because I do be bad at this game.
The BATG Guild. Very well. Here's hoping you can live up to the name. You'll want this. It's a letter of introduction that'll get you into an audience with the Count. We obtained a formal letter. Next, you need to register the explorers you want in the BATG Guild and form an adventuring party. Adventuring party, I'm such an idiot. It's up to you who to recruit, but you can't go wrong with a balanced party. You can register yourself, of course.
Now, this is the Explorers Guild. We can register members of the guild, like form an adventuring party or allow a member to leave or retire or rest. We can also talk to the guild master, so let's do that. Your BATG Guild is now officially Tharsis sanctioned, on paper anyway. To become fully accredited explorers, you must complete the Outland Count's initiation mission. Let's do that. But first, we gotta register members of the guild. Now, we have 7 classes to start. Lanzknechts, which is basically like the main swordsman damage dealer. Night Seekers, which are good at inflicting status ailments. Fortresses, which are the main tank of the game. Snipers, which are ranged attackers and also specialize in critical hits. Medics, which are healers. Rune Masters, which are magic users. And Dancers, which are buffers and evade tanks. The first character I'm going to register will be Lanzknecht, with this portrait, and her name will be Lily. That's my sister's name. Now we got 5 more characters to register. Next up will be my friend, Gavin. Next up will be myself as a dancer. My friend Dylan, the medic. And finally, you can also change like the color of the portraits. My friend Antonio as a sniper. And that will be the last character we register. Formation. We will arrange our party members in this order, which is basically the order I registered them in, so let's do that. Guess you made your party then. In that case, go to the Grand Court and pay your respects to the Count. And we will do that in just a second, but first, there are a couple other places we've unlocked to visit. First is the Siremnir Inn. The best meals in Tharsis. Siremnir Inn. Welcome back. Oh my, I think this is our first meeting, actually. Are you new explorers? Welcome to the Siremnir Inn. Lots of our explorers use this place as a base between excursions. If you get hurt or tired, come back here and get a good rest. We have a clinic in the back, too. You're welcome to use it if you have any ailments or wounds to treat. Now, this is basically the inn of the game. You can stay at the inn to fully recover HP and TP, and you can also heal party members' ailments and revive dead party members. They also have a storage system where, and yes, there is an inventory limit, and if you run out of inventory space, you can store items here. Sadly, there is still a limit to the amount of goods you can store here, but there are ways to expand this limit. We can also talk to Dala, the Innkeeper. You're the BATG guild, right? Oh, explorers have such lovely names for their guilds. I think your guild name has a very nice ring to it, dearies. What inspired the name BATG, if that's alright to ask? Well, we are bad at this game, so... we can also save our game here, so let's do it. Next up is the Baron Atelier. Materials in, equipment out. Baron Atelier. Huh, I ain't never seen you guys before. Are you the new explorers what came to Tharsis the other day? The BATG crew, huh? Well, hey, welcome to Baron Atelier, for all your weapon and item needs. Most of your needs anyways. It kinda depends on the materials you explore folks sell us. The more materials you bring us, the more kinds of stuff we'll sell yous. We got a list posted of what kinds of equipment we can make, so if you see something you want, bring us the stuff. Well, nice to meet ya. Give us a ring whenever you need something for your adventure. So basically, this is the main weapon, armor, and item shop of the game. We can buy weapons, armor, accessories, and items. And these are the kinds of stuff we can buy. And down in the corner is the classes each weapon can be equipped on. For example, swords can only be equipped on Lansnext. I cannot pronounce that for the life of me. Night Seekers, Dancers, and a secret class that will be unlocked near the end of the game. Maces, meanwhile, can only be equipped on fortresses, medics for some reason, and the second secret class. And similarly, bows can only be equipped on snipers and dancers. And this is the kind of armor we can equip. There's light, medium, there's heavy, medium, and light armor. There are also shields, hats, gloves, and shoes. We also have accessories we can buy. For right now, the only items we can buy are Power Ring and Smart Earring. I'm definitely going to buy the Power Ring for Lily as soon as possible. And as for items, the only thing we can buy at the moment is the Medica, which is basically the standard healing item of the game. We can also sell our stuff, but we have nothing to sell. We can also talk to Winnie, who is the... Am I pronouncing her name right? Anyway, she's the shop owner, let's talk to her. Oh hey, it's the BATG crew. You been to the labyrinth yet? If you find any junk, sell it back to us. My boss got the skills to make useful items and equipment out of that crap. All our gear is first rate, and I help make it. Hey, why don't you check out our stuff while you're here? We can also change our equipment, which is kind of useless considering you can literally change your equipment in the main menu. Anyway, let's go to the Dancing Peacock next. An elegant establishment, the Dancing Peacock. You must be explorers, newly arrived. Would you like to partake in a few drinks and... Oh, but I'm mistaken. Many apologies, but I'm allowed only to parcel out work to explorers approved by the Outland Count. Make sure that you come back to me after you finish the initiation mission issued at the Grand Court. So yeah, basically this is basically where you accept and turn in quests. You can also gather information from NPCs here. So far, there are only 2 NPCs to talk to. The Grizzled One-Eyed Man and the Dancer-like Woman. Let's talk to the Grizzled One-Eyed Man first. Yo, fresh meat. How are you liking the bar in this city? After you guys are done sightseeing, head to the Grand Court and accept a mission. Let's talk to the Dancer-like Woman. Are you people new explorers? Did you get your weapons and armor already? If not, try the Baron Atelier. The first rule of battle is to make sure your weapon is sharp and your armor can take a hit. The shop's also a good place to check and see which materials they need to make the equipment you want. Once you know which material you're after, you can probably figure out which monster drops it. We can also talk to Kertita, who is the owner of this bar. So then, you have given yourself the name of BATG. I cannot parcel out work to guilds not yet confirmed. But it may be good to ask the other patrons the basics of exploration. Those who gather here are skilled. Well then, BATG Guild, I shall pray for safety in your travels. Kismet be with you. Kismet's kind of like the god of this world, I think. I don't know. Now let's go to the cargo wharf. Tharsis' busiest trading hub, Cargo Wharf. At the wharf to the south of the city, merchants from afar carry their goods about, trading with cutthroat fervor. It seems primarily a place for their business negotiations. You doubt they will sell directly to explorers. Feeling a bit out of your element, you return to the city's square. Yeah, we won't be visiting this place too much, even after we're able to. Now, without further ado, let's go to the Mark Grand Court and accept the mission. Mind the carpets. Mark Grand Court.
You must be more explorers taking up the search for Yggdrasil. No problems finding the court, I trust? Welcome to Tharsis, the city closest to Yggdrasil. I am its overseer. You may call me the Outland Count. Here in my Grand Court, when there are important duties to be carried out, I assign them to explorers as missions. But of all the explorers who arrive in Tharsis, like yourselves, we want only the best on the hunt for Yggdrasil. Before you can set out on your search, you must prove yourself worthy as explorers. What say you to this?
How you respond? Well, with annoyance, of course.
Ha! I like your fire. But as caretaker of Tharsis, I cannot send unprepared youths into severe danger. The fairest way to know whether you can be trusted with this burden is to see how you perform in a test. If you'll accept the mission I've issued to new explorers, perhaps you can back up your boasts with results.
So yeah, this is where you accept official missions from the Mark Grand Court, from the Outland Count. But first, let's talk with the Count himself.
The Old Forest Mine is a small cave located very near Tharsis. It's a wonderful place with lovely vegetation, but since ore mining halted, monsters have settled in. As it stands now, it makes an excellent training ground for novice explorers. Train hard against the monsters there for the struggles to come.
Anyway, we can accept missions, report results of the missions. Let's accept the official mission. Head to the Old Forest Mine to the west, and find an iridescent ore. Bring it to me, and I'll officially make you Tharsis explorers. Obtain an iridescent ore. Accept the mission.
I'd like for you to head to the Old Forest Mine on the outskirts of the city and excavate some iridescent ore. We had thought the vein was mined dry, but the other day a certain explorer found that there was more to be had.
We'll be meeting that certain explorer later.
The iridescent ore is a pretty thing. Shine light on it, and it refracts it into all the colors of the rainbow. But its true worth is not found in its beauty. They'll explain more about that if you complete the mission. Now, do I understand right that you've only recently arrived in Tharsis? You must lack the proper essentials, so I'll pay half of the reward for this mission in advance. Use that to purchase whatever you'll need.
Obtain 500 Ental. Now, Ental is basically the currency of this game. You can spend it on weapons, armor, accessories, items.
The Old Forest Mine is the perfect place to test your skills. You'll need all your strength and cunning there. Once you're ready, head to the city gates, and I'll have a soldier waiting to escort you there. Best of luck.
Anyway, before we do anything else, let's allocate our skill points. In the custom menu, you can spend skill points to learn new skills. Basically, every adventure you register has certain skills. You can allocate points to them to learn the skill, make them more powerful. First, let's level up Lily's skills. So first, proficiency. And the details of the skills are on the bottom. Next up is Sonic Raid. Basically, that's a powerful attack at the turn's start. And Power Break is a shield bash attack that lowers the target's defense. Wait, attack. Lowers attack. Physical attack. Next up is Gavin. He'll learn Proficiency, Bolt Strike, and Ally Shield. Certain skills can only be used if you have the right weapons or armor. For example, Bolt Strike can only be used if you have a mace. An Ally Shield can only be used if you have, well, a shield. Now let's allocate my skill points. So we got Proficiency, Region Waltz, and you know what, let's get Fan Dance. Fan Dance is a passive skill that increases evasion rate. Now let's level up Dylan. Proficiency, Healing, and Refresh. As for Antonio, let's learn Proficiency, Long Shot, and Lock On. And now let's go to the Baron's Atelier and buy some weapons. Let's get Lily a short sword. Let's get Gavin a light mace. I will also get a short sword. Dylan can grab a light mace too. And Antonio can get a wood bow. And we can, of course, sell our old weapons. Now let's get some armor. Before anything else, we need a buckler. We need a buckler for Lily. Otherwise, she will not be able to use Power Break. Gavin needs a buckler as well. Otherwise, he won't be able to use Ally Shield. And this is like the equipment we got. Now let's save at the inn before we leave for the old forest mine. You're the BATG Guild, right? I'm here from the Outland Count. Before we leave, you're sure you're ready for this? Whatever skills you have are useless if not trained. Each party member begins with 3 skill points as a starting point for the adventure. You should spend them on skills that will be useful in battle and during exploration. If you have not trained any skills yet, open the main menu with the Y button and select the custom menu. There are attacking skills, healing skills, defensive skills. Train the ones you feel you will most need. You're awarded 1 skill point each time you level up. So what'll it be? Should we head straight for the old forest mine? Yes. Alright, then follow me. Old forest mine. Wings slumbering in the forest. We should probably change the background music back to like... Yeah, how about low? This is the first dungeon of the game. Okay, it's more like a cave than a dungeon, but... Okay, basically... There are mini dungeons in this game called caves. And most of them have their own side quests attached to it. And we'll be covering those very shortly. As you explore the forest in search of Iridescent Ore, you notice that you have stepped on something. You pick it up and see that it is a shining golden locket, with space for a small picture inside. Could another explorer have dropped this? If you are curious, you can try opening the locket. Open the locket? Yeah. Just as you are about to open the locket's clasp, someone speaks to you from behind. Sorry, but you mind leaving that alone? I'm a little embarrassed to let anyone else see it. You turn to see a sleepy-looking man with a sack over his shoulder. His attire marks him as a fellow explorer. You hand the locket to the man, who seems to be a friendly sort. He asks the name of your guild. Me, I'm Whirlwind, he says. Well, that's really just a nickname. Nice meeting you, BATG Guild. You here for some more Iridescent Ore? Yeah, I think there's still some to be had in this old forest mine. How do I know? Because I'm the one who found it in the first place. So yeah, this is the dude the Outland Count said found that there was more Iridescent Ore in the mine. Here, maybe this'll help. The man takes a parchment from his belongings and hands it to you. I sketched in where you can find the Iridescent Ore. I hope that helps point you in the right direction. The map's only half done? Well, it makes this a great chance to learn to draw your own. With that, the man points to the blank map you've opened and explains how to draw in it. So yeah, basically, this is the main gimmick of the Etrian Odyssey series. Drawing your own map. You can draw maps of the dungeons on the bottom screen. How about it? Think you can draw your own? Don't worry, if I can do it, anyone can. The man laughs, though you are not sure this is a joking matter. But seriously, you need to learn to draw a map if you're going to chase Yggdrasil. That map's your lifeline. When you think you're done with your map of this old forest mine, bring it here and I'll look it over for you. I'll be at the entrance. The man then parts with you and walks back the way he came. You glance at the map he gave you and decide to begin your search anew. Anyway, yeah, so basically, our adventure truly begins when we acquire our map. And this way is the old forest mine. Across the water, you see a shining patch of ground. It seems something buried shallowly is reflecting light. Judging by the map you received from Whirlwind, the iridescent ore you seek can be mined there. But the water between you and your prize is too deep to cross. You frown and begin looking for another route. Can these people not swim? I mean, I can't swim either, but, Anyway, draw a map, and judging from that red thing in the corner of the screen, we're about to get into our first battle, so anytime now. There. Anyways, these are the first enemies of the game, Grass Eaters. They're not too terribly tough. They have around like 35 or so hit points. But we need to like defeat Grass Eaters for them to really show us what it is in the bestiary. Anyway, we got Power Break and Sonic Raid here. I'd rather not waste our TP. TP is basically like the MP or PP of this game. Gavin has Bolt Strike and Ally Shield available. Let's have him normally attack as well. I have Region Waltz. Let's not use it for now. Dylan has Healing and Refresh. Let's just have him normally attack too. And as for Antonio, we'll have him actually normal attack the back row, just so we can showcase his long range abilities. And we won in a single turn. And we get experience for doing this. The experience is shared between all of us. So, yeah. Discovered a new monster, Grass Eater. Discovered a new item, Grass Eater Jaw. Now, enemy drops in this game can be sold in the shop for Ental. Now let's check this here. As you walk cautiously through the forest mine, you notice an old wooden sign at the side of the path. Did another explorer leave this? The sign begins, "Caution," in large, bold letters. You read further.
From here on lurk monsters of the old mine. Those who mistake recklessness for courage will meet death.
Anyway, we're about to encounter our first major roadblock on our path to reach Yggdrasil. As you steadily put one foot in front of the other, you gradually become aware of a dread presence. A monstrous baboon slowly approaches from the other end of the path with cruelty on its face. You know that there's no shame in avoiding unnecessary combat. A wise explorer picks his battles. If you wish to avoid an encounter, study the monster's movements and slip past it. So yeah, this is a special kind of enemy called an FOE. They're immensely tough enemies and are best avoided for now until we can reasonably beat them. This enemy is pretty easy though. This is the Roller. Another new enemy. There are only two enemies in this cave. Grass Eaters and Rollers. Rollers have higher defense but lower attack than Grass Eaters. Oh, I mapped that wrong. Nope. There. Anyway, this is the map so far. And you can use the circle pad to slide around the map, like so. And use the D-pad to move. Anyway, over here is an event we can do. As you explore the mine, you find a fan-shaped plant at a dead end. This is a plant called a traveler's friend, prized by explorers for the way it stores water in its stalks. If you are thirsty, you can nibble at the stalk, though if you are wary of monsters, you may wish to leave. So yeah, there are a lot of these bait events in Etrian Odyssey series. Basically, you can rest up and restore your HP or TP. However, there is always the chance that monsters will jump out and attack. So for now, we are going to try nibbling the stalk. More out of curiosity than actual thirst, you decide to nibble the stalk of the traveler's friend. The water stored within has a raw smell to it, but it still helps to alleviate some of your exhaustion. The party recovers 15 HP. Satisfied with the forest's modest gift, you turn back to resume your explorations. Only then do you realize the terrible insects have gathered, clicking their jaws menacingly at you. The brief succour was well timed. You take your weapons to hand and prepare for battle. And oh, that is a lot of enemies. Sure, it's about time we use some TP. So, let's use this. This doesn't deal damage, so I'll just attack. Let's just normal attack the rest of our way through this battle, because I feel like we've pretty much won already. There are many appealing things to draw your attention in the forest, but do not be blind to the danger. You take that thought to heart and resume your search with even more care than before. Let's map out more of this. There's a way over here we gotta map out. Also, a small crevice is visible on the wall before you. Perhaps a person may fit through. Proceed? Yes, these are shortcuts. They are very, very useful for exploring dungeons. You will want to find as many as possible. And there is a door. But we're gonna fight these enemies first. Let's kill the grass eater first. Oh, Lily is about to die. Looks like Dylan has to heal her. Or the enemy can just die. Anyway, we have all leveled up. Anyway, we can use certain skills outside of battle. So, like healing skills. So we can heal Lily up. Now, let's customize our skills, because for every level up we get a skill point. Let's get the skill Vanguard, which lowers our defense but increases attack and speed, so we act first in battle. Let's give Gavin Iron Wall. It's a passive skill that increases physical defense. And I'll get my next dance skill, Attack Tango, which increases physical attack for a line. And Dylan can get the most broken skill in the entire game, Patch Up, which heals the entire party's HP slightly after a battle. And Antonio can get Spotter, which increases the party's hit rate. Now, let's map out this here. Door here. Nope. And there's an NPC over here, so let's talk to him. You step into an open clearing in the forest and encounter a soldier standing to one side. The soldier, upon noticing you, hails you with a friendly wave. Hi there, here on a mission? I came to investigate this place, but honestly all these baboons are wearing me out. Aren't you tired too? Tell them that you're tired? Well, no. When you shake your head, the soldier only laughs and hands you a tonic. Trust me, it'll only get worse from here out. You'll be wanting this. I honestly hope that I'm worrying over nothing. He laughs, then waves to you before walking off. We got a Medica! You stow the tonic in your knapsack and pick up your explorations where you left off. Well, let's head through this door. When you open the door, you see an opening clear past it. If your map is accurate, then the Iridescent Ore can be mined at the shining spot ahead. But have a care. The wandering beasts will hunt you mercilessly even while you mine for minerals. Basically, these are take, chop, and mine points. Specifically, this is a mine point. There's a limit to how many times you can take, chop, or mine a single point per day. Specifically, this one's limit is 3. But the limit resets the next day, like in-game day. You see the time in the corner? Yeah. Make good use of these skills during your adventures. Now, basically, skillfully dodge past like this. These are slates. They're functionally useless, for now. And also, preemptive attacks are in this game too. Basically, the enemy could get the jump on you, but you could also get the jump on the enemy. It's completely random, and it happens. It's completely random, however, and there's no way to control it. Up. Oh, and yeah, this is the Iridescent Ore. At last, you have mined the Iridescent Ore you came for. The mission is now complete. The ore won after many tense moments near powerful monsters is lighter than you'd imagined and feels fragile. After you finish exulting in your accomplishment, you stow the shining stone and begin your trek back. Anyway, now that we got the Iridescent Ore, I think I'm going to call it for the episode. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed this, please like, subscribe, comment down below, and I'll see you next time. Bye. Also, you can suspend save. It's neat.